This isn't a coincidence. Everything you've been through served a purpose. The moments you felt lost weren't signs you were off track, they were the path itself. Your patience during the silence, your courage to hope when evidence was thin, none of it was wasted. It was the exact curriculum your heart needed to graduate from old patterns and make space for something new. You weren't stalled, you were being equipped. Notice what's stirring within you now. That subtle quickening isn't a problem to solve. It's a signal to acknowledge. Think of it as your internal compass recalibrating, finally locking onto a true north it had been searching for. The old waiting felt heavy and still. This energy feels alive and directional. It's the difference between staring at a closed door and hearing the first quiet sound of a key turning on the other side. Your resilience wrote this story. When the world tempted you to grow a thicker skin, you chose to keep a tender heart. That decision is your superpower. It protected your capacity for wonder and trust. The love that finds you won't be something you need to armor yourself against. It will be something your open heart recognizes immediately, because you never surrendered its key. There is another side to this unfolding. Far from you, another soul reached its own turning point. They outgrew half-hearted options and comfortable daydreams. A persistent truth about connection kept interrupting their logic, a quiet knowing they could no longer file away as imagination. Their season of settling is over. Now, their deepest intention is moving toward what is real, and that decisive shift sends a ripple through the space between you. What you're sensing is the echo of their resolution meeting your readiness. This explains the heightened feelings, the sudden reflections, the waves of quiet excitement or deep calm that visit without an obvious cause. You are sensing the approach of a profound resonance. Spirits acknowledge each other long before hands touch. This phase is about inner recognition, a silent conversation that prepares the ground for the physical meeting. There is no action required from you here, only a trusting awareness. When it appears, it may not look like you pictured. The moment might be disarmingly simple. It could be a glance that lasts a second too long, or a conversation that starts about nothing and ends in everything. Destiny often prefers unmarked doors. Don't watch only for grand gestures, pay closer attention to the ordinary moments that suddenly feel charged with a strange and beautiful significance. Walk forward without fear. Anything meant for you will feel like an answer, not an interruption. It will align with the peace you've built, not overthrow it. Your thoughts might race with questions, but beneath them, you'll discover a foundation of stillness you didn't expect. You will feel a profound sense of arrival. After all this time, you will finally feel met. One of the clearest signs you found something real will be the absence of a familiar struggle. The chase ends. The need to perform, to over-explain, or to prove your value simply vanishes. You will feel seen, not scrutinized. You will feel known, without having to hand over a manual to your heart. That ease is your confirmation. But this moment also asks something of you, your readiness. Do not confuse ready with perfect. Ready is honest. It is looking at your fear and choosing to walk forward anyway. It means gently setting down the old stories that taught you to expect less. It is the conscious act of releasing connections that leave you confused and situations where you were merely accommodated, not adored. This is not a time to carry what drains you. This is your season to create space, not in your schedule, but in your spirit. You have, without even realizing it, already passed the most difficult tests. You healed without a guarantee of who would share the peace you built. You grew in the dark, not knowing when the light would find you. In a world that often prizes toughness, you protected your softness. That choice told the universe everything about the quality of your heart. Your person senses this truth, even from a distance. To them, approaching you is not a casual endeavor. They intuit that you are not a temporary chapter. They understand this is not a game. This awareness is why they are gathering their courage, wanting to step forward with clear intention, not half-hearted confusion. They are preparing themselves because they recognize something sacred and do not wish to mishandle it. You may notice the signs around you becoming more persistent. See them not as puzzles to solve, but as quiet confirmations. A song, a repeated number, a sudden memory. These are gentle nods from a universe that works in whispers, reminding you that things are actively aligning behind the scenes. Nothing is stagnant. When this connection arrives, you will know by the feeling it brings. It will not mimic the buzzing uncertainty of anxiety. It will feel like grounding, like safety, like your heart can finally rest, not retreat. You will not need to beg for effort or decode mixed messages. You will feel chosen in a consistent, quiet way that needs no drama. This love is not arriving to complete you or fix your life. You are already whole. It is coming to walk beside you, to support your continued growth, to build something lasting with the person you have become. It will respect the boundaries you've learned to set, honor the depth you've cultivated, and guard the peace you've fought to claim. It will not compete with your serenity, it will become its guardian. So in these final moments of anticipation, do not numb your senses. Do not let old pain convince you to close doors that are meant to open. Trust the quiet knowing in your spirit over the loud doubt in your mind. Stay grounded in your present. Let love meet you exactly where you are. No forcing, no straining, no performing. You are not late. You are not forgotten. The waiting was never a punishment, it was the sacred preparation. The pressure you feel now is not loss, it is momentum. Their heart is waking. Their delay is ending. Their move toward you will be marked by a sincerity that leaves no room for question. Breathe. Stay open. Stay true. Continue making space. Every detail is being lovingly arranged. Your story is already turning the page. The wind is changing direction. A new season is not just coming, it's already here, unfolding in the quiet spaces of your heart. On the other side of this silence, a heart is burning with a new kind of urgency. This isn't a frantic fire, but a steady, undeniable flame. Think of it as a divine spark, added not to make you anxious, but to remind you of a timeless truth. The most important journeys are not mapped by logic, but navigated by faith. You won't have all the answers up front. You won't see the entire roadmap. But you will feel a pull, a clear, magnetic certainty toward the who, even when the how is still hidden. This is what it means to walk by faith, not by sight. It's the moment your soul stops debating and finally agrees with what it has known all along. It's the season of holy honesty, where what is truly meant for you begins to move. And after such a long stillness, when movement begins, it can feel startlingly swift. It can arrive with a suddenness that takes your breath away, because you had trained your spirit for delay, not for delivery. Divine timing is not always slow. Often, it is a long, quiet preparation followed by one pivotal moment, one courageous yes, one opened door that changes everything. So let this truth settle into your bones. You did not miss it. You didn't ruin your chance. You didn't delay your destiny through a mistake, a season of struggle, or a wrong turn. If it is truly guided, it is not that fragile. Your path was not a detour, it was the route. Every difficult moment shaped you. This doesn't make the pain any less real, but it means the pain does not get the final word. Your tears were not wasted, they were an offering. Your loneliness was not a sentence, It was a sacred space where you were strengthened in ways the world could not see. You were witnessed in your most unseen hours. Every night you held yourself together, every time you chose softness over bitterness, every day you continued when giving up would have been easier. It was all seen. It was not wasted. It was the necessary preparation. Now, your endurance is being met with grace. Not because love is a reward for suffering, but because your journey has forged you into a person capable of holding a profound love without losing yourself, without begging, without shrinking. You have gained what no easy path could have given you, discernment. You have learned the sacred art of boundaries. You now know, in your core, what you will accept and what you will never allow again. You have learned to respect your own heart. This matters immensely. Love does not arrive into an empty room, it arrives into a heart. And your heart has been made ready to receive it. This is why your person is approaching with intention, not curiosity. They are not coming to test you, to play games, or to make you prove your worth. They are coming with a sober understanding of what this means. They are coming to honor the sanctuary you have built within yourself. They are coming to mirror the peace you've fought for, to love you fully and faithfully without fear, without conditions, without hesitation. In the simplest terms, they are not coming to play. They are coming to stay. Breathe. The preparation is complete. The moment is now. Your story is ready for its most beautiful chapter. They are approaching with a quiet respect that needs no fanfare, and an intention that feels solid, not shaky. When this moment arrives, it may feel like a gentle flood, not one that overwhelms, but one that finally fills a space you've kept open for so long. It's the deep, quiet recognition where your spirit settles and a calm voice within whispers, "This is different." It won't mean everything is flawless. It will mean the foundation is different. The energy is clear. The safety is tangible. You will finally understand the profound distinction between someone who merely likes your company and someone who fully, consciously chooses your heart. When alignment like this occurs, it's as if the universe begins to unlock its storehouse. Paths you never noticed appear. Help arrives from unexpected corners. Timing, once a struggle, starts to cooperate. Conversations gain clarity. Obstacles that felt permanent begin to loosen and move. This isn't magic, it's the natural flow that happens when you are no longer swimming against the current. Now, a gentle but crucial task: make space. This isn't about scrubbing your heart until it's perfect. It's about airing it out. Sweep out the old emotional dust, the fear that whispers, "What if I'm hurt again?" The doubt that insists, "I'm too much," the lie that claims, "I'm not enough." Release these not because you are naive, but because you are wise enough to know they are not guardians. They are jailers. They don't protect your heart, they only isolate it. Here is a powerful truth: the right person will not be frightened by your depth. They were made to navigate it. You will not need to shrink your feelings, hide your sensitivity, or perform a version of fine that isn't true. You won't have to wear a mask of constant strength. The right person won't want a perfect performance, they will crave your honest presence. They will want the real, unedited you. What once felt like a delay was never a denial. It was development. Growth was happening in parallel. Healing was taking root in two hearts at once. A connection cannot stand if one heart is ready for peace while the other is still clinging to chaos. You have both known longing. You have both whispered prayers in the dark for a love that is peaceful, real, and safe. This arrival is not the result of force, but of a beautiful collision, readiness meeting readiness. What you feel now might seem like tension, but it is not pressure. It is preparation. Your heightened sensitivity, your emotional waves, That inner sense of shifting. See this not as anxiety, but as your soul waking up. It is your life making room. It is your mind, slowly and bravely, learning to believe again. And on the other side, their journey mirrors your own. Their spirit is also stirring, moving past old shadows, gathering a courage that is finally stronger than their fear. They are becoming the answer to their own prayers, just as you have become to yours. The convergence is no longer a question of if, but a matter of when. And that when is now drawing near. They have moved beyond contemplation. This is no longer just a feeling they carry, it is a choice they are making. They are translating that inner pull into outer action. Real love, the message insists, is not a daydream. It is movement. It is effort. It is the courage to say, I am done imagining. I am choosing to build. And this is not merely about romance, it is about purpose. In the simplest terms, healthy love does more than give you butterflies. It helps you become more of yourself. It strengthens your resolve, supports your peace, and helps you construct a life that feels true. It merges two paths into a shared direction, creating a partnership defined by meaning, not just fleeting emotion. You cannot fully plan or control this. You can only prepare your heart to receive it. This is vital, because so many try to manage love out of fear, to predict, test, and demand guarantees. But the kind of love that is meant for you arrives with its own clarity. Your role is not to panic, but to remain open, honest, and grounded. One day, the waiting, the heartbreak, the silence, all of it will make a profound kind of sense. Not because the pain was beautiful, but because you will see how it sculpted you into the person capable of holding the very thing you prayed for. They, too, have walked through their own fire. They have faced their shadows, learned their own hard lessons, and wrestled with their fear. Their readiness was not given, it was earned. And now, they are crossing the final bridge toward you. They may arrive quietly or they may arrive boldly, but their approach will stir something deep within your soul. This is the simple, unshakable truth. When something is real, you feel it. Your heart knows. Your spirit recognizes sincerity before your mind can even form the words.